Stan and Ollie stars Steve Coogan, John C. Reilly, Rufus Jones, Shirley Henderson and Nina Arianda. The movie was written by Jeff Pope. Cinematography was by Laurie Rose and music is by Rolfe Kent. Stan and Ollie was directed by Jon S. BAIRD, the man responsible for Filth and the Babylon TV miniseries. What's the story? It's 1937 and Laurel and Hardy, played by Coogan and Reilly, are the most popular comedy act in Hollywood. However, this does not translate into the riches they deserve because they have harsh contract terms. In an epic travelling one-shot, Stan and Ollie traverse the studio backlot and onto a soundstage while discussing their options. Stan wants to negotiate for more money or leave the studio, but Ollie remains cautious. When the studio boss, Hal Roach, played by Danny Huston, arrives on set, Stan petitions for a better contract deal, but this just antagonises Roach further. Roach is already in a foul mood because he has just paid $500 to keep Stan's latest womanising transgressions out of the newspapers. Eventually Roach leaves so Stan and Ollie can get to work. They treat us to a recording of a dance routine from the movie Way Out West. 16 years later, Laurel and Hardy are semi-retired. They arrive in the north of England to start a music hall tour and meet up with their tour promoter, Bernard Delfont, played by Rufus Jones. Delfont is a slick operator. He's someone who blames other people for decisions he makes, decisions such as booking smaller venues and less quality hotels than expected. Stan and Ollie are cautious of Delfont, but they have nothing else to do because they are waiting for the green light on a movie Stan is writing about Robin Hood. Stan is portrayed as the brains of the operation. He thinks up all the gags and is continually writing new material. As the movie progresses, he shares with Ollie his ideas for some of the Robin Hood scenes, some of which are played out for us on screen. Stan and Ollie's performances are well received, but the audiences are small. It seems as if Laurel and Hardy have been replaced by younger talents such as Norman Wisdom. Stan's frustrations are increased further because he cannot get to speak to the producer of the Robin Hood movie, which gives us the impression that the movie will not be made. The pressure is on Stan and Ollie because their wives will be coming over from America to join them soon and they don't want to look like failures. Delfont decides to promote Stan and Ollie's tour by arranging various public appearances. Although Stan and Ollie are reluctant at first, these public appearances go down a storm and pretty soon everyone is in love with Laurel and Hardy again. By the time the wives arrive in London, all the shows are sellouts. Stan's wife, Ida, played by Nina Arianda, is an ex-dancer with a heavy Russian accent. Ollie's wife, Lucille, played by Shirley Henderson, is an ex-script reader from Hollywood. Lucille is very protective of Ollie, which creates friction with Stan and his wife. While in London, Stan visits the office of the movie producer. After being forced to wait, Stanley is eventually told that there is no financing for the movie. Stan is devastated, but he decides to keep the news to himself in order to keep up appearances. That night, the bickering of the two wives forces Stan to reveal his great issue with Ollie. When Stan left Roach's studio at the height of Laurel and Hardy's fame, Ollie also agreed to leave with Stan, but he changed his mind. Even worse, Ollie carried on making movies with a replacement sidekick, and Stan felt betrayed. Ollie does not take the criticism well, and he even goes as far as to say that he and Stan were never really friends. Stan is devastated. Despite their arguments, Stan and Ollie must still do public appearances together. However, Ollie's health takes a turn for the worse, and he ends up having a heart attack. Delfont suggests that the show must go on and recommends a replacement for Ollie. However, Stan feels unable to carry on without his partner. Stan visits Ollie in his hotel room. They apologise for past transgressions and become friends again. Although Ollie has been advised by his doctor to retire, he is determined to finish the tour off in Ireland. They sail across the Irish Sea, receive a hero's welcome and finish the tour. Issues. My only real issue with this movie is the fact that it is not a full biopic. Laurel and Hardy are arguably the greatest comedy double act of all time. With such a golden heritage to choose from, why show us Laurel and Hardy in their declining years when all they can do is bicker amongst themselves about lost opportunities? This movie should have started at the beginning of their careers and ended at the height of their fame. We didn't need to see the latter part of their lives at all. All what was shown in this movie could have been condensed and used as the last 20 minutes of the full biopic they should have made. Review. Stan and Ollie is an affectionate retrospective look at the private lives of two comedy legends. Steve Coogan and John C. Reilly are magnificent as Laurel and Hardy, and it is a joy to watch them recreate some of Laurel and Hardy's famous routines that are as funny today as they were 80 years ago. The costumes and production design are first class. They give the movie a true sense of period authenticity. The cinematography is divine, especially the aforementioned opening one shot. It's the kind of shot people will talk about in film school. My rating 85%.
Hi, this is Mike Kendall, and thanks for watching my video. I'd like to know what you thought of this movie. Was it a hit? Was it a flop? Let me know your thoughts and rating in the comments section. You can also tell me what other movies you'd like to see reviews for. Please like and subscribe, and remember to hit that notification bell for all my new videos. Sharing these videos on Facebook and Twitter would help me out a lot. I'd sure appreciate it. Don't forget to check out the other videos on my channel. We're adding more all the time. I'm off to see a movie. You have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.